Hello everyone, this is David Haivri, and today we are going out on a very special tour of the old city of Jerusalem. You see my gimbal here, and I have a gimbal here. My loyal assistant, Carmel, is going to be following me while I am doing this session of Amazon Explore. And I welcome you to send in your questions and comments and whatever it is on the chat or on the comment section of this video. All right, today we are in, hello everyone, now I'm going to speak with the people here. We are in Jerusalem, in the old city. No, we're going to the old city. Hello everyone, are you there? Hello, hello. Who have we got? Who is there? Anat, how are you, Anat? I am doing great. And we have another participant with us whose name is Jennifer, but her mic is off. Do you know Jennifer? Hello Jennifer, can you hear me? I am great, how are you? Okay, so we have a group session now. We've got two people, two participants. We've got Anat and Jennifer. Where are you viewing from? Who said that? Okay, Anat. Colorado. And Jennifer, where are you? Can you hear each other? All right, great. So I am here at Jerusalem. I am at the City Hall, which is called the Safra Square. And we are going to walk together to the old city of Jerusalem and see some sights together. Have you both done the Amazon Explore already, or is this your first time? Okay, and Jennifer? Okay, great. So you should know your way around with the app, and I guess that you're aware that you are able to take stills of the things that you see on your screen. Do you know about that? Okay, great. So feel free to do that, and at the end of the session you will get a link where you can download and save those stills. And if there's anything on the way that you would like me to span back to, let me know. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Have you done Amazon Explore tours in Israel? Okay. Well, welcome to Israel. And have you toured physically? Have you ever been to Israel? Well, I am really honored and privileged to be your first tour guide in Israel and in the holy city of Jerusalem. Thank you. Yeah, Turkey is close relatively to New York. By the way, my name is David Haivri. I spell my last name Haivri. And I am an Israel tour guide. I guide not only on Amazon Explore but also in real life, and I'm available on social media, so feel free to engage with me. And if you do share photos, if you share them to your social media, I would be glad if you tag me. I'm going to flip my camera around now so you can see where we are. Okay. We are at the Safra Square. The buildings around us are the City Hall. It's the City Hall complex. This is just part of it. Oh, it's Jaffa Street. is off the regular traffic, but it's accessible to emergency police, ambulances, and that kind. But aside from that, you won't see any cars on this road. The opening in front of
He does. I'm not gonna lie. He looks a lot older. He looks a lot older than he actually is.
You're walking towards the road now. Here in the bus stops, there is a gallery now of photographs. The topic of this gallery is homeless people in Jerusalem. So the photographers took all kinds of interesting photos of people who live in the street in Jerusalem. And their agenda is to expose the phenomenon and try to get some help for these people. Yes, it is there. Not a huge population, but it does exist here in Jerusalem too. You see my Israel sign on the screen? Oh well, that's interesting. Your screen is showing you the local time. Yes. Oh, great. A lot of people would live and work. Israel offices. Filling up. They started the 8 o'clock in the morning. It's a magnet for international Oh, hold on. Here it's interesting because you can see the walls of the old city of Jerusalem around us, or in front of us. The walls go all around the old city, so we are outside of the old city now. Just across from the old city, you can see the city hall. This is part of the city hall complex. The state of Israel was established in the 80s. And at that time, the Jordanians took control of all of eastern Jerusalem, and the Israelis western Jerusalem. The street that we are on right now was actually the border of the city for 19 years. It was on the side of the bus. Israel was on the side behind us.
כן. אז לא נתפס שם, אני פשוט לא יכולה לאחר.
Do you have a guess? That's a great guess. It's wrong. Your answer is wrong. It's a good guess. Very popular. Your guess is because I'll ask you a question. When did Jerusalem become an important city? Or why is Jerusalem an important city today? When did all of that begin? Well, if you say before the Common Era, about 1,000 years before, then you would be correct. Because Jerusalem begins, the view on history begins 3,000 years ago with King David, the Bible. The Bible in the book of Samuel tells of King David, who was the king of Judea, which was the southern kingdom. The little king of Judea, the capital of Jerusalem, for 7 years, 7.5 years. And then he was called upon by the northern tribes of Israel to achieve kingship of the entire nation of Israel. And when he agreed to move his capital to Jerusalem, so in the 4th century, really, the 12 tribes of Israel. So when you think about Jerusalem, its history of the Bible, and they think about King David, and they say, well, the walls, the old city of Jerusalem, it must be somehow related to that collective memory of King David. But actually the city was conquered throughout history by different armies, different nations, many, many times. And at times the walls of Jerusalem were destroyed and then rebuilt. Not just the walls, the buildings, the temples, the churches. So a lot of what we see and we will see might not be thousands of years old. A lot might be hundreds of years old. These particular walls, getting back to the long answer to a short question, when were these walls built? The Ottomans were the Turks. The Turkish Ottoman Empire
wasn't
ruled
racing anyway.
the land of Israel and Jerusalem for about 400 years. Up until about 100 years ago. The Ottoman Emperor, his name was Suleiman the Magnificent. And he built these walls 500 years ago.
Mi hanno detto se ti vuoi aggiungere
Take a look here. There's some excavation going on for construction of infrastructure. But in Jerusalem, every excavation that takes place needs to have the oversight of the authority for antiquities. Make sure that if there is anything ancient under the ground, it's being properly cared for. Yes, Jerusalem is Jerusalem 500 years, it was just yesterday. The city was 3,000 years old, 500 years ago. Identifying with a point something in New York or Colorado and saying it was built 500 years ago, I think that would be a big wow. This game is called the Jaffa Gate. And you guess why it's called the Jaffa Gate? That's right, it is near Jaffa Street, it leads to Jaffa Street. But then I can ask you the same question about Jaffa Street. Why is Jaffa Street called Jaffa Street? How come it leads to Jaffa Street? Jaffa Street leads to Jaffa. Jaffa is a port city on the Mediterranean, on the shore of the Mediterranean, the ancient port city that is closest to Jerusalem. And this gate See the road? This road leads to the west. To Jaffa. That is why this gate is known as the Jaffa Gate. Street signs and signs for the gates and for museums and many sites. The signs are typically in Hebrew, in Arabic, and in English. In Israel, we have a 20% Arabic-speaking community. And Jerusalem is holy to Jews, to Christians, to Muslims. Many clergy of all of the different denominations walking around. And if we are familiar with their missions, we might be able to identify which church they are part of. It's interesting. Yeah. That's a good question. Give a guess. Always a good guess. It's always a good guess. There are, at different times, there's been different numbers of gates. And by the way, every answer to every question can be, even if it's right, it might not be precise, because it depends how you look at things. So if I tell you that there are 7 gates to the old city of Jerusalem today, I will be telling the truth, but there are 2 more that could also be counted. So you could say that officially there are 7 at this time. And I wanted to show you in this in-session. We're looking at the Jaffa Gate. We're at the Jaffa Gate Plaza outside of the Jaffa Gate. We said that this wall and the gates were built about 500 years ago by certain kind of empire. And I want to show you an historical photo of the gate. See if you can notice any differences. There we go. You see the historical photo? Now it's gone. Now it's back. What do you think? See that? That's great. That's great. I don't believe that. I'll show you another photo. That would mean the clock tower on top of the gate. You see that? Yeah. Oh, yes. That is still there. You're right. But what is not there is the clock tower, and also the buildings to the right and left of the gate. There are buildings that are built up against the wall on the outside. But you see them? They're all gone now. You can see a mark of the triangle on the roof.
No, mommy, not too
What's
deep.
built up against the wall. The British captured Jerusalem from the Turks in 1917, World War I. And after they took over Jerusalem, they decided to clean up all of the buildings that had been built up against the wall because they felt that the buildings were ugly. And they tore them down. That includes the hotel that was here and the tax offices that were on the other side. The clock tower that was on top of the gate.
That's a 20. Again.
Yes. Yes, it was. There were Jordanian legions soldiers on the top of the wall. And at times there were snipers, and they would shoot over to the Israeli side. This whole gate was closed down at that time. For 19 years, from 1948 to 1967, the gate was closed. There was no passage through the gate while the Jordanians controlled the side. But in 1967, Israel retook control of the whole area. Here we can see a map of Jerusalem that is stationed on the wall. And if we get closer, we can see where we entered. We entered through the Jaffa Gate. So you can see this yellow dot. You see the yellow? This is where we came into the old city. We're now going to walk around this way and then through the Armenian quarter into the Jewish quarter. I'll show you it. Yes, yes, go ahead. Yes. I think that your question makes a lot of sense. So let's look from the north. The northern gate is called the Damascus Gate. See? And that is similar to the Jaffa Gate. See, here's the Jaffa Gate, which is on the western side, and it points towards Jaffa. And in the north, we have the Damascus Gate, which points north towards Damascus. But not all of the gates are named for the direction that they're facing. After the Damascus Gate, we have the Herod's Gate, because historically Herod had a home in this area, in this part of the city, 2,000 years ago. So this is named Herod's Gate. And this is called the Lion's Gate on the eastern side, because there are inscriptions on the stone outside of the gate that look like lions, although they're actually leopards. And here we can see the Temple Mount on the southern east corner of the old city, the Temple Mount. And here in the archaeological garden, Oka archaeological garden, there's a small gate. It's not really mentioned, but there is a gate in the walls of the old city. That's one of the two that are after the seven. Here we have the Dung Gate on the southern side of the wall. We have the Zion Gate, which is at Mount Zion. You see it says here Mount Zion, the Zion Gate. And now we're back to the Jaffa Gate. And to the north of the Jaffa Gate is the New Gate. Can you guess why it's called the New Gate? It's named the New Gate. It is the most recent. It was opened only 160 years ago. Notice the cars here in the old city. You see that the streets are very narrow.
I could buy some chips for myself.
Too many cars.
I don't mind
Some of them don't.
That's not for
Only people who
We have
live
no
there
money, but we got tattoos.
inside the city. And that too is broken up into different neighborhoods. There are some hotels that have It's a pretty old hotel. Today it's called the Imperial Hotel. It was built at the end of the 19th century. also about 160 years ago, and it belongs to the Greek Orthodox Church. You see the symbols of the Greek Orthodox Church above the altar. So that's a hotel, but it's pretty small. And there are a couple more dotted around, but mostly there are residents who live here. There are about 30,000. There are about, in the old city of Jerusalem, let's check and I'll show you another map of the old city. And of course the walls that we saw go all around the entire old city. Here you see this map with the color code. It shows us that in the old city there are 4 known quarters. There's the Muslim quarter, which is the largest, the northeast, the Christian quarter in the northwest, the Armenian quarter in the southwest, and the Jewish quarter in the southeast, and the Temple Mount. No one really lives on the Temple Mount. These quarters are not official, and there's no real borders between them, but they are known as such. And each one of these quarters, you could say, has a much more obvious presence of people of the denominations that they are known by: the Muslims, the Christians, the Armenians, and the Jews. Most of the important Christian institutions are in the Christian quarter, starting with the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, which is the most important. But there are mosques spread out in all of the quarters, and there are synagogues spread out in all of the quarters, and there are churches in all of the quarters. Almost. The Armenian quarter, the Armenians are Christians too. They have their own quarters. Yes, I do read Hebrew, but the reason that I started with the Muslim quarter is a different reason. Everything, even if it's right, it's not precise. Yes. I started with the Muslim quarter because the Muslim quarter is the largest quarter. The Muslim quarter has about 20,000 residents. The Jewish quarter has about 5,000. The quarter about 7,000. See this area below us. I don't know if this makes you think about a moat, but that's what it is. It's a moat around the fortress palace. All of the ancient fortresses in Israel that have moats, they're all dry moats. They're not like the moats that you might have seen in movies in the Middle Ages of palaces in Europe that might have had wet moats with water in them. Israel is a very dry country. We have moats, but they're all dry. You know what the moat was made for? Protection. That's right. If enemy forces say they had the battering rams and they were here trying to charge the walls of the fortress. trying to charge the walls of the fortress,
מה, לעצור?
they would run towards the wall, but then they would fall into the moat. They wouldn't really be able to